You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion, delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots, you know, the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender on Ron Siegel Radio. Welcome back, Tom Borsick, Senior Samaritan.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan. It comes to me first. I think I already said that, but hey, bottom line is, you know, something, check us out. I'm in the middle of doing like 17 things. Josh just came up with a new website just this morning. And I was just checking to make sure I got the name right. rsrhomevalue.com. rsrhomevalue.com. If you want to know the value of your property, how much equity you have in your property, rsrhomevalue.com. Let's see what we're celebrating today. What are we going to celebrate? We're going to celebrate every day. National Plan for Vacation Day. Okay, this is live radio. Nobody takes days off on radio, so we're here, you know, all the time. So I guess it's that we don't get to deal with that one. But as you know, I've beaten anorexia. Today's National Croissant Day, and I tend to, you know, the croissants that they put on there, these are all basic things. If you've beaten anorexia, you know it's the chocolate croissant that's the one that you really want to be looking for.
Those are the best.
No, aren't those good?
The best.
I love chocolate, but you're thin. I mean, to me, I mean that's
heat them up for 20 seconds in the microwave.
20 seconds in the nuker. Okay. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 56.5 points. The S&P 500 is up 1. NASDAQ down 62, and oil up $1.05 a barrel. Do we want to look? Formerly Golden State, $4.52 a gallon of gasoline. I think I did pay $3.99 on one of the cars over the weekend at Costco, and that was even here in California. So I don't feel quite as bad. Josh, you're over there at $4.52. Wait a second, $3.80 there in Nevada. So you're probably paying what, $3.50, something like that, give or take. If you're out there along Highway 395 out there in Tuleville, you might be paying $7. I did pay $6.50 in Paso Robles recently. My loan assistant, $2.72 a gallon of gasoline. She's in Mississippi, though. Even Hawaii. I think Hawaii is less than we are in California. Everywhere is less than California. It's amazing. And Gavin still thinks it's just because the oil companies don't like us. They're gouging Californians. The rest of the country, they don't gouge. But Californians, they gouge. Wake up, Gavin. Maybe, well, is he taking a nap with Joe? I'm not going to go there. That's a whole different subject. Let's see what's going on in the world today. Consumer confidence climbs to a 2-year high as U.S. inflation cools and the economy keeps growing. Don't tell that to all those folks over at UPS that just lost their jobs. 12,000 job cuts as 2024 revenue outlook disappoints. So, you know, you wonder who's got the job outlook, the high job outlook. And I did look this morning, and yes, I have no life, so I got up. I was up very, very early, And I'm looking at a report that came out, and it's from a company called Civics. And I don't know a whole lot about Civics, but they had 946,000 responses. How would you rate the condition of the national economy right now? Those people that said it was very good, 8%. 8% said very good. 37% said very bad. And this is an election year. So you wonder where they're talking about this good economy. You know, I still see gas prices are high. Cost of food is high, if you can find it. And the president tells us we got the best economy ever. Even Gavin, this is the best economy ever. I guess there's a lot of people going to French Laundry still. I don't know the whole story there, but as we start watching more and more, especially in the formerly Golden State here in Calizuela, when you start having, after April, when you have $20 minimum wage at a fast food restaurant, and you start seeing that they're getting rid of the people there. I was in a McDonald's just recently and walk in there, and they're ready for that $20 minimum wage, but they've got 7 kiosks out front, and they have one person working 7 kiosks, strictly answering questions. Right? Do you want to push this button for your Big Mac, push that button for your French fries? That way they get to a point that they have no need for people. Look at some of the new Starbucks stores. They're opening those where you can't even go in to get a drink. You have to order by app, and you go to the window to get it. Now, is that called fast food, or is that just pickup lines? I don't know what it is, but they certainly have less people, and that's one of the issues that comes up in the state that the lawmakers have no clue about. People have a choice. Companies are going to find a way around all of these things. They're not that smart, these lawmakers. You know, this newest thing, $10 10 mile an hour maximum on driving your car if you buy the car in California. What do you think that's going to do to car sales in the state of California? Right? I'll go over and visit Josh and buy a new car out in Nevada. That way I don't have to worry about that stupid 10 mile an hour limit. California will still get their sales tax. I've got some friends that own car dealerships. Right? If you buy a car in Costa Mesa and you live in Los Angeles, they still have to collect Los Angeles sales tax. If you buy a car in Nevada and you bring it back to California, you're supposed to pay sales tax in California. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I'm not the sales tax police, but that's the way it's supposed to work. So just like some of the other stupid things that our legislature here outlaws, people will find the solution. And those that have, again, who's going to benefit from these laws and who's going to get hurt by them? The benefit will be to the rich and famous because they just move out, or they buy their car in Montana, they buy their car in Idaho, buy their car in Oregon, ship it back. So who pays the price? It's the working people that all these Democrats claim to want to help. Unbelievable, but it is what it is. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. 2 factors that impact mortgage rates. I can't afford my car payment. What are my options? Too old to live at home alone? Maybe smart enough to want to move out and find someplace that's more suitable? We're going to talk to Tom Borsick about that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you missed any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Hey, if you didn't catch it, I just mentioned it a little bit ago. rsrhomevalue.com. rsrhomevalue.com. It is a new site that we just set up that'll allow you to find out the value of your home, how much equity you have in your home based on all kinds of different information. rsrhomevalue.com. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. I think my mind is going ahead of my vocals or something this morning. I don't know what this is all about. Let's take a look. Every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 42% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. A lot of red on the screen from yesterday. These are locked rates from yesterday. 30-year conforming loan down 6.642. 30-year jumbo loan down 6.989. 30-year FHA loan down 6.404. 30-year USDA loan down 6.45. And the best loan on the market, that would be the 30-year VA loan, 6.279. And if you want our commentary every morning as early as the data allows, we put out a report, rsrmarketminute.com, rsrmarketminute.com. It is free to you, rsrmarketminute.com. You can get that report and see what is going on, what our thoughts are of the day of what's going on in the marketplace. Those are all yesterday's data. What's going on today? Well, let's take a look. The S&P 500, that is flat, up 0.76, so we'll call that flat. 10-year Treasuries up 2 basis points, 4.07. We got mortgage-backed securities down 2 basis points. That is the bond. It's flat, though, down 2 basis points, which means doing pretty much nothing. So what's driving it? Consumer confidence reported that it rose from 108 to 114.8 in January, which is the best level we have seen in 2 years. Present situation surged from 147 to 161. A likely reason why confidence has moved up is the rise in stocks and inflation rates decelerating. This was a negative for the bond market. JOLTS report, that's the job opening and labor transition report, showing job openings in December rose from 8.92 to 9.02, stronger than expectations. It's amazing to see this figure rise when we're seeing most high-profile companies announcing layoffs, including UPS today. As we have covered in the past, this is a flawed figure as there's tons of double counting because of work from anywhere and multiple postings of the same job in different states, as well as different role titles, salaries for the same job. So why do they keep using this report? I don't know why, because in this day and age, you can have, think about just our situation. We're a little radio show with no budget. Josh is driving everything in Las Vegas. My loan assistant is in Mississippi, and I'm sitting here in Calizuela. So that's kind of where it goes. Treasury refunding announcement. Yesterday, yields moved lower after the Treasury announced its Q1 refunding needs. Treasury plans to borrow and issue $760 billion, which is $55 billion less than estimates of $815 billion last fall. They're borrowing $760 billion. Holy cow. Yeah, let's keep on spending more and more money. I'm guessing part of the reason for the lesser estimate is the Treasury general account is near its recent highs, and Yellen will tap this rather than via more borrowing. There's also political maneuvering on the part of Janet Yellen, surprise, in wanting not to spook the Treasury market. We'll hear in coming days the complexion of the issuance in terms of maturities, and again, Yellen will tilt to the short end. Case-Shiller Home Price Index, which is the gold standard for appreciation, showed that home prices rose 0.2% in November. Home prices have been on the rise since January and now at 5.2% from last year. Case-Shiller has continued to set new all-time highs in home prices as of July. This index is on pace for 6% appreciation this year, but remember, we only have the data through November so far. So the final December reading could influence the pace slightly. FHFA, House Price Index, released their index, which measures home price appreciation on single-family homes with conforming loan amounts. Different from Case-Shiller, it does not include cash buyers or jumbo loans. FHFA reported the prices rose 0.3% in November and are up 6.6% year over year. FHFA has continued to set new record highs in home prices every month since February of this year. FHFA is showing that home prices are on pace to appreciate 7%. Apartment List rental report released its January rental report, showing the new rents fell 0.3% in November during the month and are now down 1% year over year. This is the sixth monthly drop in a row and should translate to lower shelter costs in the inflation reports eventually when they catch up from their lag. Unbelievable. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let's chat. Our friend Tom Borsick is in the house. I always have to play the theme song for Tom because he loves this so much.
Ouch. Painful, but I wore my colors for you today.
Yeah. Baby blue.
No.
Tom Borsick, Senior Samaritans, helping the old people like me find a place to live.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Mr. Tom?
Oh gosh, crazy industry. Getting crazier.
People are getting old to see you.
I know. I'm getting old.
You're getting old. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting out. And,
so,
and planning for my own. So
planning for your own what? Old age?
That's the key. Is that the key is for people to actually our age and our generation need to plan for the future. So you're planning for the future. All your financial information you give for people to plan, yet they're not planning enough for after retirement, right? What's the after retirement? People think, oh, there's retirement, right?
Do we want to retire though?
People want to retire.
Do they really?
Yeah. Well, or do they not? But people think retirement's the end, right? After retirement, what else is there?
That's my problem with retirement.
Yeah.
I like the idea of maybe slow down a little.
Yeah.
But I watch too many people that retire and shortly after retirement they die.
Well, the retirement, that's exactly right. Retirement, I look at is do what you want to do, not what.
So you're not doing what you want to do now.
I am doing what I want to do, but I mean, really, like if you won the lottery and won $1 billion, what would you do? to do exactly what you're doing now? Maybe.
Right.
You might be, which is great. And that means you're in a great job. But what if you won $1 billion, what would you do? Maybe travel the world, do other things,
I think my wife would tell me to go get a job.
Yeah, that's right.
For better or for worse, but not for lunch.
Yeah, go get a job. That's right.
Do something.
The key is people are planning for retirement, planning what they want to do when they retire. And again, it might be a job like I'm going to be a math tutor, right? It's going to be one of my dreams. But what are you doing after retirement? People think, what's after retirement? After retirement, you just die, right? Well, no.
That's what a lot of people do, right? I mean, because they've I worry about so many people because you see that so many they retire and they've kind of lost their mission in life.
They do. They lose their mission, or they find something. They find some long lost passions that they had as a kid that rejuvenate when they're 60, 70, 80 years old. But the key is that people are forgetting about is you're going to have, how do you exit the world? What's the exit strategy? You don't know. Are you going to fall off a cliff and die? Are you going to die in your sleep, which would be great? Or
19th hole.
Right. Or 19th hole. Exactly. Right. Hit it in, ball goes in, boom, you fall over, you're dead. But that would be great. But
you forgot the part about going and getting the drink first.
That's right. But the problem is 90% of the people that doesn't happen to.
Right.
They end up in a hospital, they end up in a nursing home, or they end up needing care, even if they're at home. They need help. They need help from point A to point B. And look at your parents and your grandparents and your great grandparents. They all needed help at some point, and most of them.
Sure.
And they needed an opportunity to be able to pay for and to have provided for them care as they're exiting the world. So the exit strategy, it has to be in your financial planning. You can plan for retirement, but you're missing a piece. You're missing the exit strategy piece. And how do you fund that? Whether through long-term care policy or saving your off, you have to plan for that piece of your life. It'd be great, like I said, you die in an instant, hit 100, hit the putt and die, but that just doesn't happen.
Doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So you help folks find that living place.
Yes.
At the in their golden years.
Yeah, exactly. Now, for the people that need it today, whether if they already saved, great. If they didn't, well, they're in the place where they're in. But I get 3 to 5 calls per day of people that need help every single day. Of people that need
help or want help.
Either one, but it's people our age calling, going, "Hey, my 80 to 90-year-old parent needs help. He fell and broke a hip. She fell and broke a hip, or she had a stroke, or she's got a cognitive decline and needs assistance now. What do I do?" So I help families strategize with what those options are, talk about all those different opportunities and different options based on the care needs of the elder, based on the budget, of course, which is important.
Got to always deal with the budget.
It has to do with budget and location and what the needs are, and try to fit that puzzle together of finding a solution for that elder so that they are in an appropriate place. Appropriate setting is the key, and finding proper care for them to live out the rest of their lives, whatever that is, in a hopefully in a state where they have a will, they have an opportunity to thrive a little bit. Who knows?
Will, you mean by the will to live as opposed to a will to document?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A will to live. Some people lose their will because my father ended up in a nursing home with a diaper on. He said, "I don't want to live anymore." Until I got him out of there and into an environment where I said, okay, he's in a nice environment, getting care, getting his needs. He had a little bit of a will left and lasted a little longer and had something to live for.
It's great information. When we come back, I want to talk to Tom about the stigma of some of the homes, and is it earned or is it myth? We'll talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. 2 of the factors that impact mortgage rates. I can't afford my car payment. What are my options? And more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Two of the factors that impact mortgage rates. If you're looking to buy a home, you've probably been paying close attention to mortgage rates. Over the last couple of years, they hit record lows, rose dramatically, and are now backing down a bit. Ever wonder why? The answer is complicated because there's a lot that can influence mortgage rates. Here are just a few of the most impactful factors at play. Inflation and the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, the Fed, does not directly determine mortgage rates. The Fed does move the federal funds rate up or down in response to what's happening with inflation, the economy, employment rates, and more. As it happens, mortgage rates tend to respond. Business Insider explains, quote, the Federal Reserve slows inflation by raising the Fed funds rate, which can indirectly impact mortgages. High inflation and investor expectations of more Fed rate hikes can push mortgage rates up. If investors believe the Fed may cut rates and inflation is decelerating, mortgage rates will typically trend down, unquote. Over the last couple of years, the Fed raised the federal fund rate to try to fight inflation, and as that happened, mortgage rates jumped up. Fortunately, the expert outlook for inflation and mortgage rates is that both should become more favorable over the course of the year. As Danielle Hale, chief economist at Realtor.com, says, quote, mortgage rates will continue to ease in 2024 as inflation improves, unquote. There's even talk the Fed may actually cut the Fed funds rate this year because inflation is cooling, even though it's not yet back to their ideal target. 10-year Treasury yield. Additionally, mortgage companies look at the 10-year Treasury yield to decide how much interest to charge on home loans. If the yield goes up, mortgage rates usually go up too. The opposite is also true, according to Investopedia, quote. One frequently used government bond benchmark to which mortgage lenders often peg their interest rates is the 10-year Treasury bond yield, unquote. Historically, the spread between the 10-year yield and the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has been fairly consistent, but that's not the case recently. That means there's room for mortgage rates to come down, so keep an eye on which way the Treasury yield is trending and give you expert an idea of where mortgage rates may be headed. Bottom line, with the Fed meeting later this week, like today and tomorrow. Actually, I think if they come out with their statement tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, I think. With the Fed meeting later this week, experts in the industry will be keeping a close watch to see what they decide and what impact it'll have on the economy. To navigate any mortgage rate changes and their impact on your moving plans, it's best to have a team of professionals on your side. If you want to build that team, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Continue our conversation. Tom Borsick, Senior Samaritans, is with us, chatting about senior living. And gosh, Tom, I can't believe it. I think you've been coming on the program, ironically enough. So I think you started coming on about 2 years before my dad passed, which was about 12 years now. He's gone 10 years.
Yeah.
So, and when you and I started chatting about, this type of a world, there was a big stigma. You can't let seniors go to a home,
right?
Because it was you even taught me it's a community. So, but everyone said putting them in a home and they just go there and become vegetables and they lay in bed all day and they die.
Right.
Does the stigma gotten any better over the last 10 years?
Heck yeah, a lot better.
No, the stigma was false before.
Yeah, it was incorrect, and that it probably because our parents, all they had was nursing homes.
Right.
So you would go to a convalescent home, nursing home. That's where you went, and that's where you died, and that was the stigma. Right now, it's way better. Actually, nursing homes, you can't even live there anymore unless you're stuck. And that's a whole nother conversation. But the idea is nursing homes, they want you out. So you're out. So now what? Where do you go? Well, there's assisted livings, brand new. They're like cruise ships. They're awesome. There's board and care homes, residential homes, house 6 people. They're awesome. There's 1,000 of them just in Orange County, 1,000 of them in LA County. There's obviously some bad ones, have bad reputations, but most of them are awesome. They can be very, very good, excellent care. 6 people, 2 caregivers, your ratio of care is good. You get all the needs met, everything. And you can be in a nice, beautiful room with a French doors to the backyard, TV on the wall, private bathroom, waited on hand and foot. I mean, that's the way to go. If I'm going to be 85 years old needing help, okay, you can't get away from that. You need help. I can't get away from that. I might need a diaper, God forbid.
Exactly.
But if I do, right? At least I want to have somebody that I can trust and care about, that cares for me, to help me with those services, right? Help me with my needs every day. Help me to get a good shower. Help me to stay clean. Help me to have a will. Oh, I get to do this event or play this game or watch TV or have my loved one come over and sit in a chair with me and watch a great movie, and just be with family, be with friends, be with people as much as I can. As I'm aging in the world, and who knows, I'll make some friends that are hopefully that age as well, if not some of my friends.
So has the industry gone more to these 6-packs? Because you and I have talked about, some of the communities, and one that I've mentioned many times on air is this one, that one in Corona Del Mar. Yeah, that's, I know it's not cheap, but it's like a resort.
You mean it's a 6-bed home?
No, it's one of the bigger facilities.
Yeah, so we call that a large community, which is, again, that's a cruise ship, right?
Right.
Lots of rooms, different amenities. You've got
going on trips and all that kind of
shuttle
stuff.
Buses to events. They go to the Getty Museum. They go to the beach. They go down south. They go to SeaWorld. They do all kinds of things, who are able-bodied to do it or have a caregiver that can go with them. Those are the people that can be in a large community, hotel-like setting, cruise ship type setting, where you've got your own room, your own space, but yet you're getting the care that you need to function. And those can be your intimate needs like bathing and dressing and toileting. So you get a caregiver to help you with all that. But yet you can still function and go to events and go to the dining room to have meals with your family and your friends and participate in events that occur for seniors, which is really great. It's an awesome opportunity.
I think, and I just give my own opinion here. What the heck is, I remember in my mom's later years, her life was sitting in the living room in her recliner, waiting for kids or grandkids to call.
Right. Exactly right.
Right. And I listened to some of the things you've taught me about some of these communities.
Yeah.
And mom might have to, in that situation, you might have to call and see, can I get on your calendar, Mom?
That's exactly right. I mean, they people don't know what they don't know. So remember that generation, your mom had parents and grandparents. They said, don't ever put me in a home, quote unquote. A home is nursing home, convalescent home. Well, now she doesn't know that opportunity. Most people that I find that go into assisted living communities that are nice or board and care they always say to me, I should have done this 5 years ago. I should have done this 10 years ago. Why didn't I know about this earlier? They don't know about it. They don't know what they don't know. There's an opportunity for them to be in a place where human beings want to be with human beings. It's just who we want to be. We want to converse. We want to talk. We want to do things. We want to touch and feel. So being able to be around other seniors and other human beings where you're being touched and you're touching others and you're talking and you're conversing and you're sharing ideas, even veterans talking about their stories and things like that, that breeds it breeds an opportunity for people to hang out and just have companionship.
Are there specialized communities like for veterans or do they not segregate like that?
Not really segregated. It's just most of our seniors are veterans, most of them. So that's a beautiful thing. That's why we're here today, right? Because of our seniors.
Absolutely.
And their loved ones, their older elders as well. So thank God for them. But the key is it's what the needs are. Yes, they're all kind of mixed together. Are there specialized places for different kinds of needs? That's where the specialization comes, is specialized needs like a dementia need or certain kinds of needs that are out there that are. I'm
going to throw a softball at you because I know the answer just because
UCLA.
What?
They're the best.
Yeah. You want me to go back and do I have to go back to this again for you just to help you out?
Painful.
But no, I want to. So this, I know the answer to this but it's easier for you to explain it than for me. There are communities that can have big budget. We talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But you're also able to help those folks that basically have no budget.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of people think, and they hear about nowadays, especially the cost. Oh, through the roof. You're right. It can be, but there's awesome opportunities for lower priced, lower budget people to have at least quality care. And that's the key for what I do is I try to match the budget to the quality of care. I'm trying to, yes, your budget's this. I try to squeeze everything out of it I can by going into their finances and their estate planning, understanding their whole estate and their family dynamic and everything about it. And then whatever that budget is or that floor is, I try to match the care up to that to get quality care. There's lots of that opportunity. So you don't have to have 10 grand a month. If people think, oh, it's just crazy. No, 3,000, 4,000, even 2,500, I'll say with a little bit of it's hard to find, but in that 3,000.
Well, we know that, we know just from our own people, because we've over the years, you've been our go-to person. Anytime somebody calls the show or calls us, we've sent, I don't know, at least 3 people to you or something like that. Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe more.
But
a lot more.
But my point is one of the folks that was close friend of a father of a close friend. He had blown all of his money gambling, I think.
Yeah.
And, his Social Security was exactly what you found him someplace that just took his Social Security.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. It just depends on the care. You have to really find places. Yes, just like anything in life, quality goes down when you don't have the budget, just like in most things.
Yeah, but something, he's living better off than those guys that are out there on the streets.
He is, absolutely 100%. And so the key, again, is finding the best quality based on what do we have to work with budget-wise and the estate. And it exists out there. It's just harder to find. Obviously, more budget, more options.
And there are some facilities, and we've seen them, and people that come to us second instead of coming to us first, we found out that there are some facilities that are just not up to par.
Yep.
And, something you've talked to Tom, and at least he's gone out there and visited these places. He takes people on home tours, and you can find out. They might fool him once. They're not going to fool him more than once. So you want to have somebody that really knows what they're doing. When we come back, we're going to get into what's it cost to retain someone like Tom to go and find something for you. And I think you may be surprised. We're going to talk about that and more. I can't afford my car payment. What are my options? We'll talk about that as well. Reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit RonSiegelRadio.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by RSRNodebt.com, RSRNodebt.com. Can't afford my car payment. What are my options? Life is full of uncertainties, a job loss, unexpected bills, health issues, or a household emergency can all wreak havoc on your finances. If you're experiencing a decrease in income, an increase in costs, or both, keeping up with your bills may seem nearly impossible. For example, you may find it difficult to make your monthly car payments. Can't make your car payments? Well, we're going to provide guidance you need. Number one, first off, what do you do if you can't make your car payments? First off, request a loan deferment. If your financial difficulties are temporary, you may be able to request a pause on your car loan payments. For example, if you lost your job and need to find a new one, or are off for work for a medical emergency, your lender may be willing to work with you. If you're interested in requesting a loan deferment, it's crucial that you contact your lender as quickly as possible and before you miss a payment. Many car loan lenders require that your account be in good standing to qualify for a deferment. Your lender may require you to submit a hardship letter that explains why you're requesting a deferment on your car loan. Be sure to include your name and account information, a detailed explanation of your situation, and what remedy you're seeking, such as skipping one monthly car payment, 2 payments, whatever it might be. Keep in mind that a deferment does not eliminate the need for you to make this monthly payment. Instead, any months skipped due to the deferment are added to the end of your loan. Number 2, refinance your auto loan. It may also be time to consider refinancing the loan. Depending on your current credit and how many car loan payments you've already made, you may qualify. Refinancing can help reduce your monthly car payments to make it more affordable to meet your obligations. Let's imagine you bought your car for $20,000 2 years ago. Your original 60-month auto loan came with a 5.5% interest rate, and your monthly payments are $382. Your current loan balance is $12,600. If you refinance this loan into a new 5-year auto loan, your monthly payments could drop, maybe, to $241. You'll have $141 more money each month, but you'll pay more in interest over the life of the loan. Number 3, trade in your car. If your car payments are too high and no longer fit your budget, you can consider trading in your car for a more affordable option. Doing this would also give you a chance to choose a car that's more economical to operate and maintain, which could help you get lower car payments. Number 4, find someone to take over your car payments. Another option is to find someone else to take over your car payments. This also means relinquishing your car to this person. However, if you still owe a good bit on your auto loan, it could be a tough option. Number 5, sell the vehicle. Used cars right now have a huge value to them. If you have other means of transportation, such as a second car or access to public transportation, you might consider selling your vehicle. You can use these funds to pay off your car loan and skip this monthly payment and all other related costs, including maintenance, gas, and insurance. Number 6, give your car back. Can you give your car back to your lender? Yes, you can, but not without consequences. This step is referred to as voluntary surrender of your vehicle. Once you return your car, the lender will treat it like a repossession. It's likely the lender will sell your car at an auto auction, and you'll be responsible for paying any difference between the sale price of your car and the amount you still owe on your loan. Number 7, allow your car to be repossessed. If you don't want to voluntarily surrender your car, you can wait until the lender comes to repossess the vehicle. This can be a very stressful process. Number 8, file for bankruptcy. If your debt has gotten out of control and you owe on multiple accounts, you might consider this one as well. And don't forget, before you go to that bankruptcy route, call our friend Chris Corrales. He's been on many times, and they'll help you get rid of all that debt or negotiate that debt as best they can. Auto loans, credit cards, unsecured loans, private student loans. Don't deal with the public loans. The government will help you with those. But the bottom line here is all of that can be done and negotiated. No guarantees, but there are lots and lots of options. That is Your Credit Matters, brought to you by rsrnodebt.com, rsrnodebt.com. Continue our conversation with Tom Borsick, Senior Samaritans. He's out there every day, all day, helping old people like me. I kid about old people because I'm already there. Yeah. But helping folks, I kid about it, Tom, but I'd probably at some point in time look at this for myself.
Now's the time. If you haven't already, this is the time to do it. You got to start saving, what off right now if you don't have long-term care insurance, and start again putting away money for that section of after retirement.
You've talked so much this morning though about the community and the long-term care, but even if you're good and healthy, it's not a bad lifestyle. Heck
no. I've got seniors that have maybe lost a loved one and they're still able-bodied and fine and cognitively aware. And I've put some of them into an assisted living / independent living community. And they say, I should have done this 10 years ago with my wife. Should have done that. We should have had this buzzing community. It's awesome. They get great food. They get great entertainment. They get things to do. And they still have their solitude. They have their ability to be in their own 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment and have the solitude that they want, yet still be part of a community at any given moment.
They're able to, from what you've told me, I think, if I remember correctly, they can actually cook themselves if they want to, or they go to the community dining room if they want to.
Yep. These communities have apartments, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms that have full kitchens. So you got ovens, you got stoves, you got washer dryer. You can have your own. It's really self-contained, or be part of a community and have entertainment and have things to do all day long. So
and I've watched some of them that you see some where they have a trip to the Getty Museum, or some will go to Pechanga.
Yep.
Or you see their buses at some of the shopping centers. I see it as I drive by. I don't go to them.
Like you said earlier, it's like some of the family members I'll check in with after their loved ones have moved, and they'll be like, I go, how's mom doing? I don't know. She's busy. She's busy every day of the week. I got to get on her schedule just to see her. She's constantly got bingo. She's got walking club. She's got a Bible study. She's got all these history things that she goes to. She goes to lectures. She's on.
They had to show her how to use the calendar function on her phone.
Constant. There's some communities that they give them which is great. They give them an iPad when they move in, and they teach them how to use the iPad. So now they're online, they're on the internet, they're learning all kinds of things, information and things for them to do during the day. It's great.
So tell me a little bit about the process. If somebody wants to reach out to you, what does the process look like of working with you?
So when they reach out to me, first of all, I'm a free service to the family. I get paid by a business. I don't get paid by any families. I don't take any money from families. I'll take Hawaii trips or nice luxury cars. Other than that, I don't get paid. I don't accept any funds from a family member. I get paid by a community that will pay me a finder's fee, if you will, a one-time finder's fee. So it makes it free to the family. So I bring all my 13 years of knowledge and experience. I'm not any smarter than anybody else. I just have street smarts and in the trenches smarts that I bring to the family.
Well, we know that because you went to UCLA.
Right. Go
Bruins. Had to throw that on there.
Go Bruins.
Right on.
So anyway, I bring all that knowledge and experience to the family, and then brainstorm with the family on options. And again, free to the family. So I bring all that to them, help guide them with all these different options, and brainstorm on what are the best options for mom, what are the best options for dad, what's the best things to consider, and what are things to not consider. That's huge too, because when you go on your own, you're going to be sold the Ginsu knives and the free 3rd month free and all this different stuff they're going to throw at you, and you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I help weed through all that for the families and help guide them to an appropriate setting, into something that's financially sound, so that they can not run out of money. That's the biggest fear of seniors these days and families, is running out of money and losing their funds. And one of my biggest goals is to prevent that. Huge.
So you're looking at their overall, their long term.
100%. 100%.
So do you have enough? Do you have enough resources to last here until age 100?
Not just today, not just for this year, not for the next year, but planning out for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Who knows? We don't know. Nowadays, generations are living to be in 100, so we're going to see a lot more 100-year-old people in our lives. So you got to plan for that just in case. And also, to be honest, most family members are looking for some kind of a legacy estate that's going to be there for them. So we want to preserve.
preserve what's there.
Preserve what's there, and the seniors want that too. The elders want that too. They want to leave a legacy for their family. So that's very important for them. They want to be able to leave something for their kids, grandkids, great grandkids. So that's part of the thinking as well. You have to preserve that.
So right now, one of the big issues that you can really contemplate is if you're wanting to put mom or dad into a facility like Tom's talking about, and they're saying, well, I don't want to sell my house, or I don't want to do whatever, they can actually keep their house. Can't do it with a reverse mortgage because that's an owner-occupied product. But if you're sitting there with a 2%, 3% mortgage, in most instances, those properties are now in a position where they're going to generate income.
Exactly.
And we've got some property managers that we work with. They can take care of the property, just collect those funds, deposit it into mom or dad's account. They do it by direct deposit, so there's no paperwork. Exactly. Tom's then found them a place for them to be. They've got income coming in. They've got some of their retirement money that they're using. They might have some of their pension or Social Security. So, and there's the net worth is still growing because of the capital appreciation.
Exactly right. And that's the key is I'm a fan of keeping property. It's hard enough to get property and obtain property in California, let alone, trying to hang on to it and having it be a gold mine, so to speak, like you're saying, having it be a cash cow of like income, to the point where we can figure out the estate where, okay, you've got X amount of money that'll last 8 to 10, 15 years before you even need to touch the house. So the house might not even be touched at all. And you have that as an opportunity to keep that in the family, keep the equity in the home, increase the equity of the home while the value is going up. Why not? That's what
And you can also look at the new program that we have from Geneva, rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. I've talked about that many, many times. And again, last weekend, I told you, 2.006 effective APR on a 30-year loan. 2.006 effective APR, 30-year loan. Is it for everybody? I don't know. But I know it's worth looking at. And as always, I ask, hit that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean for engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or want to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.